Here we are at Fort Smith Airstrip. Many moons ago, I was a park ranger, and I was a park ranger at this particular park, which is called Bighorn Canyon National Recreation Area. Off my wing to the left, where I'm looking right now, is the Afterbay. That building you see there is where I used to work. That is the Afterbay Contact Station. So far, I'm very impressed with what I'm seeing. I have yet to do a flyover with this, so I figured I'd take you guys on a tour of Bighorn Canyon and also get an idea of how well it looks. So I have no idea if the dam, which should be around the bend over there, is actually modeled or not. I have no idea what the canyon looks like. I have no idea what anything looks like. So we're going to find out together as a family. So welcome. This is my aerial tour of my old park. So let's get this party started. Let's go ahead and get those flaps down. There, flaps down. And let's go. So this over here would be the Afterbay. Doesn't look like it, but wait, yeah, a little bit. So the structures down there is what we called government camp, and that's where I lived. That's the admin building, the big building here. The long building in the back was our maintenance area. Those hills were right behind my house. I used to climb them and occasionally, and it's pretty cool. And matter of fact, that little cul-de-sac there, that house on the right at the end of the cul-de-sac was my old place. Now, over these hills, which they've done a pretty good job, there's some giant rocks on top of them that aren't really modeled, but back over here, there's actually a burial ground. So I climbed to the top, but I wouldn't mess around with going to the bottom because we don't mess with Indian burial sites. So this little town here is actually called Fort Smith Trailer Park or Court or whatever. There's only one store in town for food and gas, and a bunch of fly shops, because as you can see here, that's actually the Afterbay campground. Or no, those are the piss ponds. The campground is right where let's go over to where the campground should be. Had a little technical difficulty back there, but we're back in it. So, spoiler alert, I think I see the dam. So let me go back to what I was doing earlier. Area right up under me now. Let me adjust a little. Off my right is where the campground would be. You can see the campground camp spots actually. That's pretty awesome. And yeah, right down there was another campground where that little circle is right off my right wing right now. There is a little fishing dock, and there it is. I am continuously impressed with the detail here. You can actually see the bathroom. That's incredible. And over there's a little power station. There should be another. And up here's a little scenic overlook you can drive up to. And this takes you to the visitor center of the Yellowtail Dam, which does not appear to be modeled. The building is, I assure you, there are no trees growing up beside it. But yes, this would be where the Yellowtail Dam would be. and obviously it is not there. That's the visitor center there, which is pretty awesome. And this is Bighorn Canyon. The top of the dam is modeled, the road is. That's to be expected, I guess. There's one of the Bureau of Reclamation buildings. But yeah, welcome to Bighorn Canyon National Recreation Area. Over here should be the Oka Bay Marina, which would again be surprising if it's there, but not shocking if it isn't. Yeah, that would be the marina down here, and it doesn't look like, well, yeah, kind of. They got a little bit of the marina there. That's still pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Got the parking area at least, right? So as we venture down the Bighorn Canyon, this is called the Yellowtail Reservoir now. At one time it was called the Bighorn River until it was dammed up in 1965. So interesting features about Bighorn Canyon is you can kind of tell they've kind of got it here. On the north facing slopes over on this side, you have subalpine climate, and on the south facing slopes, which you have on my right here, are more like high desert kind of red rock like you would see down in Arizona. So you have two different biomes across the water from each other. This is a big hot spot for a lot of tourism. A lot of people like to come here and fish and boat and have a good time. It is beautiful. Need to clean up a little bit on this side. It looks a lot more that's true with anything, but it just in real life it's awe-inspiring to see these formations. So what has been exposed here, this rock, through eons of erosion from the water and the wind, this used to be the floor of the ocean when the entire planet was covered, I guess. And you could still find I can't remember what they're called, but they're fossilized mussels and squids. You could find those out and about. So up here on our left is Black Canyon. Probably one of the most beautiful spots in Bighorn Canyon. There is a campground up Black Canyon, and you can take your boat there and set up your camp. When I was there, we actually had to shut it down for a while because of bear activity. We don't get grizzly bears down here, but we do absolutely get black bear. And people were having some trouble maintaining their food storage and not following the rules. And it resulted in bears hanging out near the campground, and that presents an unsafe situation for people. Now, the area I took off is called Fort Smith, and that's not for no reason. It's actually called Fort C.F. Smith, and in the 1860s, it was a fort along the Bozeman Trail that was established to get to the Gold Hills, the Black Hills actually, to get gold. And this trail was established by a fella named, last name of Bozeman, and the Army was garrisoned along it to help keep people safe, which is unfortunate because it cut right through Sioux and Cheyenne and Crow land, which, as a matter of fact, this is all part of the Crow Reservation. And that campground should be down in here, but I doubt you'll be able to, doubt they'll have any kind of sight on it. And it kind of peters out here, the water does, and it turns into a kind of a trickle, a creek. And there it is. Yep, that's where the campground would be. Oh, yeah, campground will be right back there. There is actually a footpath that can lead you to Black Canyon. Called Soldier Trail. But you need a trespass permit from the Crow Nation in order to be able to take advantage of it. And you just thought it was a game. So let me get back out of Black Canyon and make my way up the rest of Bighorn Canyon and show off some more of the features. I'm not sure what's present or not, but I'm so far pretty happy with what I've seen. It does look pretty similar to what I'm seeing right now. Obviously, pictures and even flying in VR doesn't do it justice to the real thing. But it's a sight to behold. When this was discovered, it was discovered by soldiers, and the soldiers that went back and reported, I shouldn't say that, obviously the natives knew this was here, but when the American soldiers arrived, they talked about seeing this canyon, and nobody believed them. They didn't think it was real, because to look at this area from higher up, even just a little bit further away, it looks like it's just rolling plains. You don't realize there's this gorgeous canyon cutting through here. A colonel that led an expedition in this area referred to it as the grandest of canyons.